Hello, this is Manesh Patel from EII Capital Group. Today is September 5th, 2011. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency market. We're now back from vacation, so everything should be going back to normal now for us. So let's begin. This is our normal disclaimer. This is for educational use only. All charts that you're going to see are from Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are my contact details there. You can follow us on Twitter, Ichimoku Trading, or you could access any of our free videos at ichimokutrade.com. Okay, so let's get going. Remember, on the left-hand side is a weekly time frame. On the right-hand side is basically a daily time frame. If you look at the weekly, it's just doing chop, chop, chop. It started a trend here, pretty much gone sideways, and now looks like it's trying to fall apart here. Reason why is there was no follow through at all with this big upward movement at all for weeks and weeks to go forward. So that's not good at all. And if you look at the daily chart, you can pretty much see the same thing right there. And you can see the latest action right now is where we're breaking down. We're at a minor support right now, but the major support's right at 1.4000, and the major resistance levels at 1.4453. And this is all due to everything that's going on pretty much in Europe, as everyone's probably heard about. Pound USD, if you look at the pound USD on the weekly time frame, same thing, just kind of consolidating, nothing really going at all. Okay, if you look here, minor support here is going to be around 1.6027, and resistance level is going to be around 63.39, but nothing really there going on either. US yen, everyone's still dreaming of this thing kind of going up. If you look at the weekly time frame here, we're still here at the double bottom. Double bottom has not been confirmed, so that doesn't mean that this is going to reverse and start going back up to 80 at all. If you look at the daily time frame, doing the same thing, just kind of hanging around, hanging around, hanging around. If you go see, the major support is going to be around 76.32. Major resistance, believe it or not, is going to be around, minor is going to be at 77.05, and the major is going to be around 78.08. So only time will tell what's going to happen there. US Switzy, which a lot of people have been looking at. Look at the weekly time frame. It's going down, 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 down. It bounced off the major support at 82.04. It's got to break 82.04 in order for this thing to even think about even start going up. And it got to it, bounced right off there, and kind of holding its ground right now. And if you look at the daily time frame right now, basically supports around 76.54, and resistance is basically 82.04. So nothing really going on with this guy at all. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. US CAD, look at US CAD right here. It's just consolidating here after this big downward trend over here. As you can see, it looks like it's trying to pop upwards, but it kind of has not succeeded yet. Got to one par pretty much a couple of weeks ago, then came all the way back down to major support, got close to major support at 97.07, and it's kind of just hanging around right now. You can see from the daily time frame, really hasn't done anything. Resistance level is going to be at 1, and basically support's going to be right around about 97.50. So those are the two levels there, but look for US CAD maybe to start popping up, but as of right now, nothing at all. Let's go look at Australia, New Zealand. If you look at Australia and New Zealand, nothing really going on as far as the weekly time frame is concerned, just consolidating the big time frames. If you look at the daily time frame, it's just sitting there consolidating, nothing really going on there either. Major resistance level, as you could see, is going to be right around here at 27.38, and major support is going to be at 25.25. So we got to wait for it to break one of those two in order to see it there and see it go somewhere. Pound CAD, if you looked here on the weekly, had a big movement up. It's now pulled back. It came all the way to 58.16 and held, and now it's got to sit there and start making a movement to go all the way back up to 63.75. Longer it doesn't do that, the weaker this basically the pound is going to be compared to the CAD. And if you look at the daily time frame, you can see the graph just looks nasty. So chances of this thing going up is going to be very, very slim right now, unless it makes a big, huge movement. And you can see that this thing's just consolidating right here between these two levels of 64.09 and 52.90, which is a big, huge range of close to 1,000 pips, about 800 pip range, but it's just consolidating back and forth between those two. Nothing really going on at all. New Zealand USD, which is jumping around right now. If you look at the weekly time frame, it's still bullish trending. It's still got intact. You can see And you can see that it's still a bullish trending as far as the weekly time frame is concerned. Major support is going to be around 79, 77 on a weekly time frame, and major resistance level is going to be at 84.03. If you look at the daily time frame, it's just chop right now, and really has to sit there and make a commitment one way or another. But remember, the weekly is the long-term picture is still bullish. So it is going for a minor pullback right now. Could turn into a major one, but we're not going to know until it gets to 79, 77 if it gets there at all, or it decides to break through the resistance at 84 or 13.03. Okay, let's go look at some others. Australian CAD. If you look at Australian CAD, still bullish over here. A couple of weeks ago, this was a nice little stop run right there. Big spike down. It came back, recovered, just consolidating. Nothing really going on there. EuroCAD. EuroCAD, pretty much same thing as Euro Australian, just pretty much pulled back. It's just ranging right now. 4,400 is basically the resistance level, and 38.59 is basically the support level there. So nothing really going on as far as that's concerned. One other currency we're going to talk about is U.S. Mexican. Not a lot of people have been looking at this, but this was being an interesting one. Look at this big downward trend here. Came back up. It's pulled back. It's kind of sitting there, not doing anything right now as far as the weekly is concerned. But if you look at the daily, look at this big, huge move up, pull back, and now it's got to break 12.8. If it does, this thing can sit there and start moving higher. Major support level is going to be at 12.13615. So it's going to be interesting to see which way this thing goes. But right now, just be patient, and we'll see exactly how things go forward. Pound CAD, if you look at Pound CAD, still going down. It's retesting the lows here at this bottom of the range, which is 123.25, and the resistance is going to be 127.06. So nothing really going on there. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Just be patient right now. Remember, things are just kind of at the ranges. It hasn't really got to supports. This one's about to get to a major support, but you have to wait for things to get to the major support resistance values and then trade around there. Anywhere else, you basically sit there just flipping a coin, which is not good at all. So just be patient, and things will come and the trends will start happening. But remember, you don't need to sit there and trade every day in order to sit there and make a couple of hundred pips every month. So just be patient and wait. Okay.